Hello everyone, welcome to the Oracle of the Central Sun. I am Michelle. This video is about the astrology of January 2026. We are into the calendar new year, even though we are not into the astrological new year, which only happens in April. But we work with these cycles, and I'm sure that you've also heard that now starting 2026 with numerology, we are into a year 1 as opposed to 2025 being a year 9. So with 2025 there was a lot of change and endings, and now with the year 1 in 2026 we are really moving into a lot of new beginnings. And a lot of that energy that we felt in 2025, that was kind of like a stop-start energy, because we had so many experiences of the outer planets changing signs and then retrograding back into the previous sign. So we got kind of an inkling of where we may be going in 2026, and then we moved back again to the previous sign energy. So now in 2026, we are going to be in these new outer planet energies for years to come, decades to come. So it's going to feel very different to 2025. So this is just about January. Welcome here. So on the 1st of January, we are starting with Mercury in Sagittarius squaring Neptune at the end of Pisces. So they are both at that anaretic degree, the 29 degrees, which can also bring a lot of change. And with Mercury and Neptune here, I feel there is such a call for integrating the heart and mind, and for being with what our bodies and our spirits actually need, and translating that into our thoughts and thinking patterns and communication, and giving ourselves a break here on the 1st of January. I think the 1st of Jan is that holiday where a lot of people actually don't do anything. And it's such a good day to really collect yourself before actually starting the new year. So the card I received for this Mercury squaring Neptune is the Lovers, and specifically for this transit, I feel it is related to our inner sensuality, like really feeling into, on the 1st of Jan, but also the rest of the year, where your body wants to go, where your body feels happy and healthy, and integrating that with the mind stuff. So what came up with this is also sensuality, like little things that bring us pleasure, like maybe giving yourself a foot soak, and looking after your feet or your hands, or giving yourself a facial, or going out and getting these things done by other service providers. But finding sensuality on this first day is going to be so important, even if that means that for you the expansion with this can be just having a day of rest, having a nap, going to the beach, finding where that sensuality can connect between body, mind and spirit. And then on the 3rd of Jan, we're going to have a full moon in Cancer. I will link my full moon video below as well. And what I want to mention here with this full moon is that the full moon is sitting in Cancer with Jupiter, and it is opposite the sun and a whole lot of other planets in Capricorn. And what came to me with this, and the card that showed up is the Tower. But in this specific full moon, yes, I think there can be sudden changes that we can experience with the Tower. But this specific energy in this video is more about awakenings, and the awakenings around how we are now, with the moon being with Jupiter, living and breathing and experiencing how our belief systems have shifted since we've had Jupiter in Cancer, and walking forward with a beginner's mind. So really being open to learn in new ways. I'm really seeing this as showing up for me at the moment, where I'm like, things I'm experiencing, and it's like I'm learning about experiences that may be similar from a completely new way, and taking baby steps. And this beginner's mind, while noticing our new belief systems, is very important with this full moon on the 3rd of January. So then we have again the emphasis in the sign of Capricorn between the 6th and the 9th of January. So what we have is we basically have an extended between the 6th and the 9th triple conjunction between Venus, the Sun, and Mars. And they will all walk together in the same degree of Capricorn at 16, 17, 18, and 19 degrees. And as we know, when a planet is conjunct the Sun, that is like a new moon. It is the start of a new cycle. So it is emphasis on masculine and feminine dynamics, yin yang energies, how we take action, where we know how to be in flow and reception. All of these things are resetting themselves here between the 6th and the 9th of January. And the conjunction between Venus and the Sun will be exact on the 6th of January, and between Mars and the Sun on the 9th of January. But like I said, for 4 days, these 3 planets will all be in the same degree between 16 and 19 degrees of Capricorn. So see where Capricorn falls for you in your chart. There's a lot of fresh starts here, new cycles beginning. The card I received for this Venus, Sun, Mars triple conjunction is the Empress. And the Empress is an interesting card because you can see she's actually sitting there with the symbol of Venus next to her. And this is all about nature as well. The Empress, yes, it's a feminine card. She is sitting in nature. She is surrounded by trees, and this is also about cycles, new cycles starting, and also what can come to fruition. Where have we planted seeds? Where can we watch things grow and really be in the flow of what the new cycle can bring us? And the Empress is at ease with what is transpiring around her. She knows that life goes through cycles and things change all the time, but she can sit there in her feminine power and appreciate as things change around her. And then between the 9th and the 10th of January, we are then going to have Venus, the Sun, and Mars all oppose Jupiter in Cancer. And this is also about new beginnings. Similarly to what I talked about in the full moon in Cancer video, when we are dealing with Venus, Sun, Mars opposite Jupiter, it is all about our belief systems and our philosophies in life. And an opposition is a point of tension where we see disharmony and we learn to integrate things in a new way. We see new belief systems and we embody how we're now going to be walking forward with these things. So the card that showed up for this between the 9th and 10th of Jan is the Fool. And the Fool is the 0 card in the tarot. It is all about new beginnings, and it is all about being able to be the Fool, you know, to start new things and to be able to be open to make mistakes with fresh starts, and almost having like an innocent way of going about starting new things and an openness. And the Sun is also very prominent in this card, and this is definitely favorable new beginnings showing up here. So then on the 14th of January, we're going to have Mercury in Capricorn opposed Jupiter. And as we know, with Mercury, it's more about our thoughts, our communication, and how we deal with day-to-day operations like work and commerce and these things in our life, and how that relates to our minds and how we communicate with others. And this again is a tension moment between Mercury and Jupiter, where we are now seeing how our thought patterns and our communication styles may have changed, and how this relates to where we are now with our life philosophy and belief systems, and how this can bring expansion through this tension. The card that showed up is the Knight of Wands, and this is all about wanting to charge forward with something. This is a very fiery card, a very fast card, and Mercury is the fastest planet, so there may be things here that we are now realizing in our minds that we want to take forward in a very, very fast way. And this is all appropriate at this time, because this is helping us to see where we are at and to really feel where Jupiter, through tension, is expanding our thoughts and belief systems at this time. So then from the 19th of January, we have a big shift, because now the emphasis is starting to shift to the sign of Aquarius. So on the 19th of Jan, we're going to have the Moon conjunct Pluto at the start of Aquarius, 3 degrees of Aquarius. On the 20th, Venus is going to be conjunct Pluto. On the 22nd, Mercury conjunct Pluto. 23rd, Sun conjunct Pluto. And the 28th, Mars conjunct Pluto. So you can see there is such a stellium of planets in Aquarius for the last 10 days of this month. There is going to be a lot of emphasis, so find out where Aquarius falls for you in your chart. And like I said, conjunctions with planets, it's a start of a new cycle. So there's so many new cycles starting here. And the card that showed up for this is actually the 8 of Pentacles. And it is about new cycles. But what this card is showing us is, with all of these new things starting, where can we find tenacity? We need to be willing to put in the hard work, to learn step by step, to work on the first pentacle. Maybe if we make mistakes and we need to try again, there's a lot of pentacles that we need to work on. There's some hard work. With the Eight of Pentacles, there's always a sense of coming back to yourself. Like you can see, he's away from the village in the background, and he's sitting here and he's doing his hard work. So this card is all about finding strength and hard work and the ability to have long-term goals and be really tenacious about where we are taking action in that Aquarius part of our charts. And then the last thing I want to mention, which is a big thing, is that on the 26th of January, we are now going to have Neptune moving into Aries permanently. So between April and October 2025, we had Neptune in Aries. So you can think back what changed for you and what transpired in your life between April and October, especially in that Aries part of your chart. Because I know for me and my clients, there was a fresh start and then something kind of like turned back again and folded in on itself when Neptune started its retrograde. So now from the 26th of January, when Neptune is now in Aries, it's going to be there permanently until March 2039. So this is quite a long transit. And what showed up here is the Three of Wands. And this is about totally new horizons. This is about a new outlook. This is about preparation for new cycles and also about expansion and new things arriving in our lives. So this is a long cycle, and I will speak in other videos about the Saturn-Neptune conjunction that is going to happen in February. But for now, with Neptune in Aries for such a long period, from the end of January and into February, we're going to feel a very, very big shift in energy here. So this is what I wanted to share with you today, and I hope that you find value here. If you get guidance and enjoy what I'm sharing, please share it with some friends who may appreciate it. Share a like or a comment, and please subscribe if you listen to my videos but you haven't subscribed yet. And you can also buy me a coffee if you feel like you want to say thank you. The links will all be below, and also my full moon video. I will see you again next time.